welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on the look that I am wearing right here, which I really don't know what I'm calling it yet, but it's like a super fun, smoky, pinky, berry, metallic eye matched with a berry lip. If you can't tell, I'm super duper into this whole monochromatic makeup look thing lately. I love doing like a berry lip with berry tones on the eyes, or like a mauve lip with mauve tones on the eyes, or like I did in my go-to glam look, kind of like those burgundy shades on the eyes with a burgundy lip. I don't know, I'm just super into it. Now this is the same makeup look that I wore in my video all about color correcting. It's not exactly the same, but it's very, very similar. I did amp up the drama and the glam a little bit just for the sake of the video today, but I used basically all the same products and it's the same look pretty much, just like to the next level. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Also, don't forget that you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. All three of those are Z_Sprucey, which I will leave linked below for you guys as always, as well as a link to my Facebook page and all the information about the products that I used in today's tutorial. And yeah, I think that is it. So if you guys want to see how to get this very smoky makeup look, then just keep on watching.
So first things first, I'm going to be priming my skin with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and this is the Brightening Primer, and I'm just slapping that all over my face and rubbing it in real good. And then I'm going to be taking another Makeup Forever primer, and this is the smoothing one, and I'm just placing that in my T-zone, over my nose and my cheeks where I have the most texture. Then I'm going to go in with my Smashbox color correcting stick and Look Less Tired light and put that under my eyes where I have the most darkness, and then I'm going right over that with my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer on my Morphe E8 brush just to help further conceal my dark circles. Then I'm taking my damp beauty blender and just going over that to make sure I soak up any excess product so it doesn't look too heavy or cakey under the eyes. For foundation, I'm going to be mixing my L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation with my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation. And you guys know, if you've watched my recent videos or if you follow me on Snapchat, that I'm absolutely obsessed with the L'Oreal foundation. And I really like to use it by itself, but it was just a little too dark for me at the time, so I mixed it in with a lighter foundation, which I'm actually not a fan of the Luminous Silk, but it's hella expensive, so I just try to use it to lighten up my foundations when I need to. So as usual, I'm just dotting it all over the skin and then buffing it out with my damp beauty sponge. And then I'm going to be going in with concealer. This is my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, and just going through this pretty quickly. It's pretty much the same as I always do, just putting that in a triangle shape under my eyes and then blending it out with my damp beauty blender, and then placing the excess product up on my eyelids and onto my nose, chin, and forehead to highlight those other areas of the face. Then to set that, I'm going to be using the RCMA No Color Powder. And this was actually my first time using it, was on camera here. And I've been using it for a few weeks now, and I'm really, really liking it. So then I'm just going to be going over that with my yellow shade from my Marc Jacobs Contour Kit just to help further brighten that under eye area. Next, I'm moving on to brows, and I'm going through this pretty quickly as well because it's pretty much the same as always, combing it out with a spoolie and filling it in with my Brow Wiz by Anastasia. Then I'm going to start the eyes, and I'm just going to lay down a bone colored eyeshadow all over my lids to help the blending process later on. And I usually use a bigger brush for this, but I just couldn't find it, so I'm using this. I'm going to be mixing Makeup Geek Chickadee eyeshadow with Anastasia Orange Soda as my first transition shades. And I'm going to be taking that on a 228 brush by Zoeva, which is just a big fluffy crease brush, and just really buffing that back and forth in my upper crease and focusing it on my outer corner. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to be spending a lot of time showing you guys the blending process, because with bright colors like this, it really takes so much more blending than I ever show on camera, and I really want you guys to get the idea of how much work it actually takes to achieve this look. Anyways, then I'm just taking some more of that Chickadee shade on the same brush and just buffing that into my crease until I get my desired pigmentation. Then I'm going to be taking this shade right here on the bottom, which is from the Mini MUA and Makeup Geek palette, and it actually looks a lot more reddish in the pan, but it comes off a lot more pinky magenta when you actually apply it to the eyes. So I'm just taking this color on a little crease brush by Morphe. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll link it below, and I'm just going to start to work that into the crease. And I'm not taking that up too high. I'm just really placing it right where my natural crease is and blending it all the way from outer corner to inner corner. Then I'm going to go back in with that Zoeva 228 crease brush and buff that color out really well to make sure it's all nice and seamless and blended together. Then I'm going to go back in with that reddish color again from the palette and start to work that into the crease even more, just to build up the intensity of that shadow. So as you're going to see a lot in this video, I'm going to be going back and forth between brushes and colors and just keep on blending them, adding more, blending it out, adding more, and blending it out. And here I'm just taking a clean E40 brush by Sigma to help further blend out that pinky reddish shade that I'm applying to my crease here. Then I'm taking this shade from the palette, which is just a deeper, more purpley shade. I'm going to use this to intensify the crease, and I'm focusing this one a lot more on the outer corner than I was the previous shades, but I am also bringing that all the way across the crease. I'm just not winging it out quite as much as I am with the other shadows. And then again, you'll see me here going back in with the other two crease brushes I was using to help further blend out those shadows. Then here I'm just placing some concealer on my lid and then blending it out with my finger. What this is going to do is serve to intensify the shadows that I'm going to be placing down on my lid. Since they are shimmery, I do really want them to pop, and the concealer is just going to help do that. For my lid shade, I'm going to be taking this L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Glistening Garnet, and I'm going to pack that all over my lids where I placed that concealer. And then I just felt like it was a little bit more purple than what I was looking for, so I'm going to be going right over that with this shade right here from the Morphe 35O palette and spraying my brush with a little bit of finishing spray and applying that right over top with my MAC 242 brush, just to add like a little bit more warmth to the eyeshadow color and kind of pull from more of those pink tones and have it be a little less purpley than it was showing up on the lid before. Then going back into the Mini MUA palette and picking up that reddish shade in the center, I'm just going to take that on my E40 brush by Sigma just to help buff out the crease a little bit so there's no harsh lines. And then again, I'm going back into that first crease brush that I used to help further blend it out. Then I'm going to line my waterline with this black eye pencil. I believe this one is by Adrency. And when I did this look before, I used one from ColourPop in the shade Best O, which is more of like a maroon kind of purpley one, which I really wish I would have used that this time because I like the way it looked a lot better, but oh well, you win some, you lose some, you know? And I am also using that same eye pencil to tightline, which I know looks horrifying, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Then I'm taking this purple shade again from the Mini MUA palette on a flat liner brush by e.l.f. and just really running that across the lower lash line and then going in with a pencil brush with the same shade to help buff it out, and then taking that reddish shade from the palette on the same pencil brush just to help further blend it out even more and add some of those pink tones, and really making sure I wrap this around the eye so it kind of connects with the outer corner from the upper lid shade or crease shade or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean. Then I'm going to be taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood highlighter, and I'm going to use that to highlight my brow bone and inner corner, and I'm taking this on an e.l.f. flat concealer brush to do this. And I love the way this just ties the look together and just makes it look so much more glam and put together. I just love it. Then I'm going to take a eyeliner brush by e.l.f. and I'm just going to use my Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black just to put a thin line across my upper lash line to help my falsies blend in better. Then I'm going to curl my lashes and put on some mascara and apply lashes off camera. These are Samantha lashes by Huda Beauty, and I also applied some lower lash mascara off camera. This is the L'Oreal Luminous Butterfly Mascara. as you can see, having the lashes on and everything just really helps amp up the drama of this look and open up the eyes and just take it to the next level. Then to finish up the face, I'm going to be bronzing with my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 240, and I'm taking this on another Morphe brush that I don't know the name of. I really need to start learning the name of my brushes. But anyways, I'm just dusting that on the cheeks and on the forehead, kind of as a transitional bronzer to help my darker bronzer blend in a little bit better. And for my darker bronzer, I'm going to be taking the MAC Give Me Sun bronzer and using the same brush, placing this in the same areas, just dusting it on my forehead, my nose, and my cheeks to give myself a nice sun-kissed glow and add some warmth to the skin. Then to contour, I'm going to be taking my Marc Jacobs Contour Duo on this little angled brush by Zoeva, another one that I don't know the name of, and just placing that in my hairline, on my forehead, and then dusting that on my cheekbones as well to help create a shadow and define them. Then to sharpen up that contour, I'm going to be taking the Zoeva 109 brush just to help chisel out those cheekbones a little bit more. And I'm going to be doing some baking with my RCMA No Color Powder and just taking that on a damp beauty sponge and going right underneath the contour. And then while that bakes, I'm going to be doing some highlighting. I'm taking Prosecco Pop from this duo by Becca. And I just really wanted a really yellowy highlight, so that's what I'm doing today, nice and golden. And just placing that on all the places that you normally highlight. And then I'm also placing that like right above my brow. I just really like the way that it looks with the brow bone highlight, and then it's like highlighted above my brow as well, so it's like an eyebrow highlight sandwich, if you will. I don't know, I just really like it. But anyways, then I'm taking this So Hollywood illuminator from Anastasia and just going over that to intensify the highlight a little bit more, and then taking this CoverGirl blush in the shade True Plum and dusting that on my cheeks with an e.l.f. blush brush. Then I'm going to dust away that bake with a powder brush from Real Techniques and make sure you really dust off all that powder really good. And as you can see here, it kind of like wasn't dusting away completely. It left a little bit of a white cast, which I really didn't like. It was my first time baking with this powder, and I honestly probably won't do it again. So I just went over it with the bronzer brush just to kind of help take away some of that white cast. Anyways, I'm finishing off with the lips, and I'm using my NYX Burgundy lip pencil to line my lips, and then going over that with my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Craft, which is beautiful berry toned that perfectly matches like the crease colors that I've got going on my eye, and I love it. So then I'm just going to finish off with this Pixie Rose Water Blend something or other finishing spray, and once that dries, this look is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!